Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's me. Just one sec. Still doing some stuff really quickly. All right. Some setup stuff, the usual. Here we go. Yeah, it's all right. Actually, boom. There we go. Now we just gotta hit it with one of these. Is this it? Make the code slightly bigger so it's readable. Then we'll go to this part. All right, and then I have everything that I need to be looking at here. So and then there's the Godot side and then the Unity side. So that will also be exciting. I wonder. Oh, it's in Japanese. That's good. Oh no. We can probably figure this out. So to start, that doesn't really help. Iro. We can probably figure this out. Okay, so this is the editor specific stuff, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So if you go to, or we go to assets, the only thing I need to do at this point is implement, not really lip sync job, but more just lip sync RS. So in terms of schedule job, which I think they've done here, let me see, or they have done here, right? Yeah, job handle. So they have job handle here, and it's lip sync job schedule. So I wonder what schedule calls on the back end in like Unity land. So these are, I'll duplicate this, lip sync job. I believe these are just like an interface, right? Or these implement an interface. So we go to core lip sync job. They implement iJob, which is a Unity thing. So Unity iJob. Let me see. Scripting API, iJob, Unity manual. Okay. So use iJob to schedule a single job that runs in parallel to other jobs and the main thread. When a job is scheduled, the job's execute method is invoked on a worker thread. So they have this. This is I guess the Unity API that I'm just kind of copying. That's fine. On a worker thread, you can use the returned job handle to make sure that the job is completed. It can also be passed to other jobs as a dependency, therefore ensuring the jobs are executed one after another on the worker threads. Interesting. Jobs declare all data will be accessed in the job by declaring it as read-only. Multiple jobs are allowed to access the data in parallel. Neat. Cool. Delta time must be copied to the job since jobs generally don't have a concept of a frame. Yeah, that makes sense. And then there's executes. Updates, huh? How would that work? Oh, you know what? Yeah, there we go. It's a mono behavior, and then it has a job inside of it. Oh, and then presumably it schedules something here. Yeah, okay. So that's how their API works. So how would I do this in Rust land? So I can see here that we schedule a job pretty frequently, right? So scroll all the way up. So we update Okay, so we just check to see if it's completed or not. Okay. So that means I need to implement some of that stuff, I guess, like on my side. Let's think. So lip sync job. I need to have, yeah. Wait. Okay, so this is the job results, and then I think I want to have like a job handle in the same way that they have a job handle. Mostly because like I need some way to keep track of whether or not it's complete or not. Actually, how do I run things on threads in Rust? Rust, run thread, run async, run method in thread, sure. So how to use self while spawning a thread? Well, let's look at the docs. Docs are always good. This is the book. Everyone loves books. I love books. That's why I refuse to read books in my daily life. So, using threads to run code simultaneously, sure. Run this in a process, race conditions, blah blah, boring. I've read this already. I've read this many, many times, but I always have to refer back to it. Since I don't usually deal with threads by myself, I usually use another library, but we're gonna see if this is good enough for my needs. New thread, we call it the Tokyo, or not Tokyo. Tokyo is an async runner for Rust. Thread spawn function, a pass it a closure, containing the code we want to run in the new thread. The example in listing 16.1 prints some text from a main thread and other text from a new thread. Okay, sure. So here, or no, it'll be update phonemes. We don't need that. Don't need that. Update results. Okay, hold on. Is it an update or update results that they do all the funny stuff? So it's an update, and then there's an update result. Yeah, okay, so there's an update result. Which, okay, so there's schedule a job and update results. Okay. So, when do we, okay, so we update result, then schedule another job if necessary. Okay. So we want to update result. Update buffers, that's okay. All of these things are okay. Should work in theory. Here's the weird part that we need to implement ourselves, which is a way to tell if the job is still running. So we'll need a job handle. So we can implement it ourselves. Shouldn't be too bad, I think. Although I think, wouldn't I just want to keep one thread running? Right? Or basically like this lip sync thing will already run in its own thread, maybe, or no, we can run the lip sync on the main thread. That's fine. And then we'll just have the Rust library like spin up its own thread and keep track of it. I think that's okay. And then we'll just very carefully pass things to and from the thread, which means that we'll need to have like a long-lived, I guess, struct, a shared struct that we just can read from. Or I guess not a shared struct, well, I guess it is shared, right? We share it with lip sync job will have its own job handle. So we'll have, start typing, hope we'll figure it out. The usual lip sync job handle. Right, that's your job handle. Pub is complete. Some sort of bool. That's pretty much it, right? I think that's it. Yeah, is complete. That's all I can think of, really. I don't know what else you would want. Yeah, and then we'll just have this. So we'll have lip sync store a reference to this just on the thread. It will be read only, I suppose, and we'll figure out how to do that later. And then once or while lip sync job is running, it'll just run and then updates this. Or maybe I don't even need this. I can just store a reference to the current job. That might make more sense. So this one. So thread spawn. Empty closure with no params, and then it just runs this function for I in numbers 1 to 10. So bum. Okay. Yeah. Using join handles. Okay, we can use this instead of my kind of weird job handle. Maybe. Oh, hello, Nino Mouse. Venus? Is that similar to like a Venus? It's been a while since I've been in middle school, so I don't know. It's been, actually it's been more than 10 years since I've been in middle school. I think 10 years ago I was in high school. Oh man. It's making me feel really old. 10 years ago I was in high school. The stream isn't lagging every second on my screen. Well, I would hope so. I'm not dropping any frames, so. Make no guarantees about the quality of your internets. Still trying to work through this part. We're at the very difficult part, the most difficult part actually, which is replacing Unity's job system with my own system. I suppose I could use Godot's threading system to do this, but that would, I don't know, it doesn't make too much sense to depend on Godot when I could just write this all in Rust, so it's very engine agnostic. Yeah, I think once I get to, I think only Twitch partners have the ability to have multiple bit rates, I suppose. At some point, I do need to look into lowering my bitrate, but I think it's probably because I am using a 4K monitor. So, I suppose I could just encode it at a lower bitrate. But I would need to turn off the stream first. So one of these days I'll remember to do that, but not today. Thread spawn. I feel like I just need like a thread. Where there's like, I don't want to spin up and down a thread too often, right? Like I just want to have the one thread that'll just keep running, and then we can update it while it's on the separate thread. But that's always kind of hard because that's inherently unsafe in Rust terms, because you never know, you know, if the data is still valid, etc. Of course, in my case, I know that like whenever I want to update, I should update. So we'll have to think about that. But thread spawn appears to just give you a handle back, so that's good. So use std thread. That's probably all we need for now. And then here, oh no, hold on. Lip sync. Okay, so I think we do need a way to hold on to the lip sync job handle. So this is all the Unity stuff. Well, that's not really Unity stuff, but it's It's not really Unity stuff. This is just the Godot stuff. So let's take out this because that's kind of a misnomer. Let's see. This will be some sort of handle. So what does thread give me back? Hold on. What is thread? Rust std thread. My favorite type of STI. The thread. Call it a spawn. What does spawn give you? It gives you a join handle. Okay. I still don't really... What does this give you, though? What's the... I need to hold on to it. Okay. Use builder spawn to recover from such errors? Probably not. What is a join handle? An own permission to join on a thread. Block on termination. A join handle detaches the associated thread when it is dropped, which means that there is no longer any handle to the thread and no way to join on it. Due to platform restrictions, it's not possible to clone this handle. The ability to join a thread is a uniquely owned permission. Okay. Okay. Oh, is this not a... Is that not a type? Is it just a... No. Isn't it a type? I'm a little confused. Or is it a lifetime? No, it's a type. Returns an IO result to its join handle. Spawn thread may outlive the caller, unless the caller thread is in the main thread. Okay, the join handle can be used to block on termination of the spawn thread, including recovering its panics. Okay. Okay, cool. So probably want to use the builder function, whatever it's called. So we're still good there, yeah, we're still good. Wait for thread to complete. That maps back to this thing, which is update results. But I don't think this makes sense to do. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. Is completed. So Unity jobs have an is complete. Do they? So job handle, let's look at your methods. So you can execute a job and then you have, okay, is completed. Returns false, the task is currently running. Returns true, the task has completed. Ensures that the job has completed. Okay. So let's think about this. I want to have a thread that just kind of always runs until I say not to run anymore. And that'll be it. And then we need to hold on to the handle as well. So, and then additionally, join handle. We have join and thread. How do I see whether or not a thread is completed or not? I don't know. Rust, thread, job. Check if completed. Check if completed. There must be a... Yeah, how to check if a thread is finished. Or how to check for a child thread state in a non-blocking way. That's also a pretty good one. Okay. Portable workaround is to use channels to send a message from the child to the parent. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, that's kind of how Golang works. Okay, so they're also using channels. But this is also from like 5 years ago, when I was still in school. Is there like a... How to check if a thread is finished? Please, what's the most recent answer? What's ostack? Ostack.cn. This is just a copy, probably like to get around China's firewall rules. Very nice. Is there... Really? Is there nothing else? 2020, how to fail... I don't want it to fail a test. My library spawns a side thread, trying to write unit tests for it. Spawn threads panics. Well, I don't want to join any threads because it's just a consistent, a persistent thread, right? Like it never finishes, which is the point. This one makes sense, right? So we need to do this, which is, you know, to do check if, you know, thread where job is completed on thread, which means that we probably need to use a channel. Which is fine. I'm very familiar with that pattern. Use it a lot in Golang. Okay, so update results. This one we need to, this is the to do. To do, wait for a thread to complete. So, what is this? Oh no, this looks wrong. Yeah, that's a bug. Don't want to join the thread, join thread, because that will block. Yeah, that's very wrong. What happened there? What is this? Stop this. And schedule job. Okay. Let's do this part. I feel like I don't need to make too many changes here, maybe. This is schedule job. So they just lock it, but I don't need to lock it since everything in theory should already be locked once we're inside this code block. Input data. So we do this, and we also copy this part. What did they use index for? Start index is index. Hey. Hey. Yeah, I don't really know what they're using index for here. Yeah. I don't really understand what this is doing, right? Because what they're doing is they create a new index variable that's equal to 0, then they set it equal to whatever the current local index is, or I guess not the local, I guess this would be global basically in ulip-sync terms, right? Then they set that equal to this, so they initialize it, and then they set it equal to the class variable index underscore, and then they create a new lip-sync job struct, and they set start index equal to this local index. Yeah, I'm a little confused. So like I could just do this, right? And that would be equivalent. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. The logic here doesn't make sense from the Unity impl. Thus, we comment it out. Yeah, there we go. Not sure why that is always highlighted. Should be fine now though. And we just use the struct value. Cool. So now it's just update results and schedule a job, which is the to-do run on thread part. Yeah. Yeah, so we need to wait for the thread to complete. So let's look at how channels are used. So I think this person already has something kind of written out. So they have a watcher. So for path in list files in directory. If not, contain something path. Let handle equal thread spawn. So they move it. They're moving some value into the thread. Watcher. Okay. Well, okay. How do I listen for it? How do I use channels? What does the book say? Calling join. So that blocks. Using move closures with threads. Oh baby, we're reading the book for real. The move closure is often used alongside thread spawn because it allows you to use data from one thread in another thread. Okay. We can use the move keyword before the parameter list of a closure to force the closure to take ownership of the values it uses in the environment. This technique is especially useful when creating new threads in order to transfer ownership of values from one thread to another. Notice in listing 16.1 that the closure we pass the thread spawn takes no arguments. We're not using any data from the main thread in the spawn thread's code. To use data from the main thread in the spawn thread, it must capture the values, blah blah. This won't work because we need to move it. Yep. Or I guess we could also clone it, I suppose. Rust infers how to capture V, and because println only needs a reference, tries to borrow it. Rust can't tell how long the spawn thread will run, so it doesn't know if the reference to V will always be valid. Okay. Manually calling drop, that's always good. Yeah, so they move it. I'm glad I'm learning something I won't use in the future. What do you mean? Weren't you the one that was trying to learn very, very low level programming? AKA C. I think it's good to know the fundamentals, but I don't know. I think learning how, I guess, things logically move around is important as well. You know, whenever you work with threads, which is not going to be very often unless you are working in, well, you know, I think Lua doesn't really use threads. Lua uses coroutines. Python uses coroutines. Java and C# have threads, but you don't usually need to think about it too hard. C and C++, you would just use a library, but it's always nice to know how they'll work, right? Syntax doesn't really matter in any language, as long as they're all C style. So, all the languages I've just named are C style languages. So this makes sense. So you move it to the thread. We call it would move, We can no longer call drop. That's okay. Yeah, use message. Okay, this is exactly what I want. So we need to pass data between this new thread, the schedule job thread, and the main thread, which is update result. Well, it's one update result and also in process, which will be called from Godot. So this is the Godot function that's important. So Godot, well actually, yeah, this is the Godot function, and this will run it as fast as Godot wants to run it, because it's process, which means faster than 60 frames per second, or potentially less than 60 frames per second if the physics thread is overwhelmed. Message passing. Go, do not communicate by sharing memory, instead share memory by communicating. Okay, channel provides an implementation of, I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, what is an MPSC? Multiple producers, single consumer. Okay. I've seen this before. Okay. Nope. Let's see. Sync. What other things do we have? So there's multiple producer, single consumer. I feel like isn't this just like an atomic thread or no? Atomic types provide, oh, probably not. Let's just use this. We'll figure it out later. Wonder what other sync libraries are there. I can probably look that up. Yeah, I think I do have to use channels somehow. Abbreviations, transaction and RX, transmitter, receiver, okay. Not financial terminology, I apologize. Transaction and prescription, right? Name our variables as such they indicate each end. We're using a let symbol with a pattern that destructures the tuples. Yep. Transmitting end into a spawn thread and have it send one string, so the spawn thread is communicating with the main thread by putting a rubber duck in the river upstream and sending a chat message from one thread to another. Nice. They know. I'm reading it. Okay, but what is MPSC channel? Because I think we do need to just have a handle to that. Unfortunately. So this is the handle. Which thing do we need to have? Okay, so we need to have the receiver at the very least. So this will be, I don't know, what is MPSC? Rust? MPSC channel. Yes, give me the deets. I think we want to store the receiver. Yeah, okay. So this will be some sort of MPSC receiver, probably. I'm assuming. What's your problem? Oh, you probably needed, yeah, a type argument. Well, I don't know. That's a bit tough. So how will I know what this will give me? If I need to hold on to it for forever, basically. Spawn off an expensive computation. So sender, send. So this is just the receiver. Yep. AKA the handle. We'll call it the receiver. Why not? Receiver. Congratulations. I don't know. Lip sync. You think we can just pass it a lip sync job handle? It'll probably, yeah, it'll stop screaming at me at the very least. Perhaps. And then this is an error because we need to have some sort of lip sync job handle. Oh, you know what? This probably needs to be an optional then. Yeah, an optional one of these. And then, what's your problem? Or option, sorry. Option. And then receiver is just none, right? That's okay. Then you're gonna, oh. Okay. Cannot be shared between threads safely. Oh good. Within lip sync, the traits standard marker sync is not implemented for. God. Okay. So it's not implemented for multiple producer, single consumer, receiver, job handle. Required because of the requirements on the implementation of user data for read, write, lock data. Well, see, the problem is that if I make this an arc data, I'm going to be very confused. Atomic reference count. I feel like this is correct. But let's see. We'll figure it out. We can figure it out. So the easiest way to do this is to just play with whatever we need to do. So arc data. And then this is going to fail because I think this needs to be implemented properly. Yeah, because arc data needs to have its atomic reference count needs to have its whatchamacallit, like its drop logic actually implemented. I think that's how it works. Cannot be moved between threads safely. Help traits is not implemented for. I wonder. Can I do this? Let's get rid of that. We do like struct job handle, right? I will make it a MPSC receiver of a lip sync job handle. Sure, right. That makes sense. And then for this, we can then implement. Hold on. What was this missing? This was missing. Can I just do implement sync for job handle, and that's it? Oh, it's not like that. Hold on. That might not be valid. That might be valid. Oh baby. And then, all right, we're just gone completely off the rails. So this is our job handle now. Okay. It works. All right. So now, that's probably a really bad idea to just hit it with an unsafe implement sync for job handle. So while we're at it, I don't know, we might need send. Let's just do that. We can take it out later if we don't need it. Look at it, it's beautiful. Very scary to unsafes. Why do people still think anime is still a genre? Well, it kind of is, right? Like it's like if you want to make the distinction between like Western animation and Eastern animation, to use kind of like outdated terminology in that aspect as well. Right, like I wouldn't consider like, what shows were popular when I was a kid? So is SpongeBob. What is it, Batman? What was that? The really edgy Batman? It's like, it's not Batman Returns, it's what was the really edgy future Batman show? Like that was sick. But that's not really what I would consider like, you know, they're both animation, but there's a pretty significant difference between like anime and like whatever came out of the US at that time, right? So it's like a super genre, right? Just like, you know, you make a distinction, is this a live action movie or animation? And then you can filter even more on that. Is this, Western animation? Is this a Japanese animation, Chinese animation, etc.? So it's just a way of filtering, so people know what you're talking about, right? I think this could actually just be a bool. No. Yes. Maybe. Hold on. So this one, pub. I guess this will be the handle, right? So this is a lip sync job handle. So that's how this will work. And then this will be passed back to you. Lip sync job handle will be, handle is equal to, so lip sync job handle default. Should be okay. Right, so the default value will be, actually, no, we don't want to, why would I want to implement default for this? Or I shouldn't derive default. Let's implement default. Impl default for lip sync job handle. So, I always forget, which is the thing I need to implement to do. Self, so is complete. That's false. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Body literal without path. Oh, sorry. Lip sync job handle. Let's see. Alright. I'm gonna just open this up. Very scary. What the frick did she say? Fail in almost every respect, but there's a seed within you. Ooh. Well, I mean, if she's planting seeds in me, I think we got a few problems. Etc., etc. I don't know. I mean, do you want a seed of a winner within you? I don't know why I thought of that. It's kind of gross, though. Haven't really played too many graphic novels. Visual novels? Graphic novel? Yeah, you read a graphic novel, you play a visual novel. So self, let me see. So execute should return a receiver. And then we'll maintain the sender. Is this correct? No. Lip sync job will change, and then we, as the main class, lip sync, will need to maintain a... I'm not sure. You know, a novel chief? I don't know. It looks like a novel. It's a gacha game. How degenerate. A Toho gacha game. Nice. I used to play a lot of gacha games. Back when I just had more time. More time to waste. Oh, doing the dailies, man. I don't know why I got so into it. It was like, it basically became like a job at some point. In and of itself. Send method turns a result E. So type and then error type. So the receiving end already has been dropped and there's nowhere to send a value. The send operation will return an error. Nice. Panic. Real application would handle it properly. Yeah. I guess that's okay. No, I used to play, admittedly, used to play, you know, Arc Knights. Great game. Love the background as well. Very doable, even if you don't have 5 stars, but I felt like the game was already pretty generous with the free stuff. Azure Lane. I was playing it for the collection aspect only. It's not weird. That was also very generous. And then there's Girls Frontline. Also a very good gacha game. Pretty much I only play the the free-to-play friendly ones. And then, you know, just like everyone else out there, I play Genshin Impact. A little bit of Genshin. It's a good game. I'll play pretty much any game if it has like open world exploration. I'll give it a try. Okay. Ownership and her transference. I wish I knew what this gave back. Right? So receiver none. Here, we need to run this job on a thread. So what we're going to do is we're going to start typing. And then I will figure out what exactly we're doing here. So this is our receiver. It's equal to just a new MPSC channel. What is a sync channel? Creates a new synchronous bounded channel. Ooh. In the same order as it was sent. Receiver will block until a message becomes available. I've been thinking about making a bot for Twitter. I don't know why. You know, it's actually somewhat difficult to create a Twitter bot. Because you do need to, well, it's not difficult, right? But you do need to apply. To use Twitter's API. Since I had to do that as well. Twitter has locked down their API, so I think there's a few things, like you're not allowed to just read a bunch of tweets whenever you want anymore. I remember that used to be a thing way back when I was in school, because I still had my old bot token. Type annotations needed for... Okay, so then we'll just need to figure out, how do I use MPSC channel? Sending multiple values and seeing the receiver waiting. Multiple producers. I don't want to make multiple producers. I need like an actual example. Please. Alright. Rust MPSC channel example. Yes. Rust by example. I love it. Okay, so these will be sending I32s, where T is the type of message to be transferred. Type annotation is superfluous. Okay. Well, not in my case. Good sense. So this is MPSC sender of type, probably a lip sync job handle. And then the other one is MPSC receiver lip sync job handle. So then we should be good there, which also matches up with whatever we have defined in this portion. Right. So this is some sort of job handle. This is where it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but I'll accept it. Yeah, if you want to make a Twitter bot, I'd encourage you to do so. I think as long as you're not using it to spam, and I guess you're honest in what you're trying to do with it, you should probably get by it if it's like a learning kind of thing. Or especially if you have like a .edu email, that'll make it really easy. I lost my .edu email for a few years, but I just recently kind of randomly got it back. Just tried to sign in again after like 4 years. They let me back in for some reason. Not gonna question why. Oh, you know what? I need to do this on initialization. That's tough. That's tough. Hold on. So we can't do this here. This doesn't make any sense because that means that we're spinning up a new thread every single time. Here in, I think new. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Okay. So here we create our transmitter and our receiver. So this is transmitter. And then this is our receiver, right? This doesn't even need to be an optional anymore, or an option, but we can make it an option just in case. So we can make it some receiver. That should be hopefully okay. Okay, so this is a lip sync job handle. Oh no, we can make this a job handle instead, which wraps that thing. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. So job handle takes all of these. And then this will just be stored on lip sync, but now I need to, I guess I need to also store this, the transmitter. I think that's actually not true. That's our handle. And then this will be our job transmitter, maybe. This might be wrong. Receiver, sender. Lip sync, hello? Lip sync job handle, and it'll be the same message, but we will implement the same stuff for it. Not really sure, we can take it out later. There's a lot of things I'm not sure about, but we'll figure it out. Job transmitter, by the way. Job transmitter. Let's see. Rust provides asynchronous channels for communication between threads. Channels allow a unidirectional flow of information between two endpoints, the sender and the receiver. Yes. That's probably okay. They do need to be unsafe sync send because we are storing them inside of this class. Job transmitter. Sure. So this will be the transmitter. And then we'll just move it out of it later. I think that's okay. What's your problem? Okay, cool. We're slowly building something up. We're slowly building something up. So these are never used, which is okay. Update results. Wait for thread to complete. How do I just read from it whenever I want? Here all the messages are collected. For ID, okay, hold on. For ID in 0 to number of threads, thread transaction, or thread transmitter, they clone it, and then they move it into a new thread. Children, it's just a vector new of somethings. Child is whatever the thread is. Okay, here all the messages are collected for this and that. So the IDs push, and then they receive whatever the receiver takes. So the receiver method picks a message from the channel. Receiver will block the current thread if there are no messages available. So that's not what I want, but that's a bit tough. I need it to not block. Like I just want to check at some point. Gonna have to get very good with my Google foo. So that's your join handle. I don't care, right? Wait for the threads to complete any remaining work. So we do need to clean up the children for sure. For sure. I think on, where is it? Exit tree. Yeah, on exit tree, I do need to do that. What are a few of the Godot built-ins again? So let's open up Godot. There's no reason to have this open right now because I'm still working on implementing it, but it could be useful. Look how small the text is. So is it called exit? Yeah, it is called exit tree. Okay, so on exit tree, I think that should still be okay. So that comes, therein lies the question, how should I kill the thread? So I could do it implicitly, I could do it regularly. And actually, I'm doing this as a reference, so it doesn't even make sense to do this as like a process function. I should just call this like the update function, kind of like how they do it. Yeah, you know what? Maps to updates, the Unity impl. Yeah, that's okay. Get updated. So this will be update, and then we'll just have to remember to shut down as well. Pub function shut down. So mutable self. We don't need a reference to the owner, but it has to be there anyways. So we also need to keep track of all the threads, or just the one thread. But what is this? What does this give me? It gives me a join handle. But what's the type? I have no idea. And we should use builder spawn to recover from errors, yeah. Rust thread spawn type. What is the type? Like I don't know what it gives me back. I mean, this is just the thread, I guess. I don't know. Like, this is just the... This is the join handle. Join handle, which is some sort of join handle from standard thread, right? Yeah, so we still need thread, and we'll grab thread, join handle, and own permission to join on a thread. Join handle detaches the associated thread. Due to platform restrictions, it's not possible to clone this handle. Yep. Thread builder spawn. Yeah, like, please, I don't know what kind of type you're expecting. Like, I'm pretty sure this will not work. Yeah. Not allowed in type signatures. Well, I don't know. What do you give me? All right, we can test this out, I think. If we just do this. So I do let's j equal thread spawn. Now we can just do a thing. Does there even need to be a function body? Mismatched closing delimiter. That's okay. Hey, is this not valid? Yeah, like, you can do this. Like, it's just an empty thread. Yeah. Okay, cool. Unused variable. So it's a join handle. It's just empty? Is that what it is? Oh, okay, that's cool. Didn't know that. Yeah, I suppose that's true, because we're not actually, like, sending anything into it. Yeah, but this needs to be an option, because this won't always exist either. That's okay. So whenever we... Actually, we do need to spawn the thread immediately. Okay. Hold on. We're thinking. Brain is trying to do a thing. And failing in spectacular fashion. So join handle, some join handle, very nice. Cool, so what does this do? We're still thinking about it. This should actually be like a builder spawn so that we can, I guess, recover instead of just hard crashing, which would be very scary. So let's do this. Let join handle equal thread builder. Ooh. Builder, okay, so hold on. Let builder equal builder new, and then we'll just do this. Builder spawn. Oh baby. What the heck? Builder spawn. Please. Yeah, let's figure it out. That's okay. So you not a huge fan of this. Okay. And we also need to match on the final result as well. So if it's okay, then you'll have the value, and then you'll want it to go somewhere. Otherwise, error. Do a thing. Let me see. Did I do that correctly? Yeah, it's okay. So join handle. This will be some sort of option, I suppose. So some v, and then this will just be none, right? Easy enough. You can take that out. This is now wrong because this is already an option. But then we can just check to see, right? Okay, cool. Now we'll just have to have some logic here, which is the scary part. So what do we want to do? We want to send in the... Where is it? Send me. Well, I need to send a message to... This is only unidirectional, right? So multiple producers, single... What was it called? MPSC. Single consumer. So there is a single consumer, multiple producers. So I need to give the producers something. How do I give the producers something? Just keep reading the documentation. I think I'm good on the job handle stuff from Unity. That makes sense to me. Sender can be cloned to send to the same channel multiple times, which you don't need to do. Only one receiver is supported. Actually, how do I do bidirectional channels in Rust? Rust bidirectional channel. Yeah. Okay. So there are a few things. I recognize burnt sushi. Burnt sushi does a lot of just random stuff, right? But they also have some Go packages that are really popular. Like, is this, yeah, this is you. That's amazing. Like, don't they, yeah, you have like lots of really popular Go packages as well. I recognize you. Sort by stars. Let me see. I don't think it's Tommel that I recognize you from. There's something else, but maybe not. Maybe it is Tommel. How neat though. Burnt Sushi Chan, multi-producer, multi-consumer concurrent channel for Rust. The intended successor of this crate is the Crossbeam channel crate. Its API is strikingly similar, but comes with much better select macro, better performance, all around better implementation. Alright. We'll look at Crossbeam channel. How about buy channels? Only 4 stars. Oh, and it's 2014. Unlikely. For concurrent programming. This is gonna get tough. This is gonna get tough. Compatibility. Minimum supported Rust version is 136. RFCs, learning resources, Crossbeam, 4.2k stars. Yeah, well, let me see. Is there a better way of, I guess, scheduling jobs? So I need the whatever's running on the thread to just allow for it to be updated, I guess. Yeah, because I don't want to just spawn many threads. I know that's not great for performance. Okay. Wait for thread to complete. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with everything. I just need to do... I need to do this part. I need to use the job and then pass it to the thread somehow. And then wait for the thread to get back to me. Rust pass data to thread. That's already running. Already running thread. Already running thread. There must be something I'm missing here. Yeah, transfer data between threads. That's what I was reading just now. Asynchronous channels. This one, channels and ownership transference. Yeah, so these are just like spawning threads, which I don't care about. Any multiple producers by cloning the transmitter? Yeah, I don't need that either. Or actually, could I do that? Could I do that? No, this will just create a new thread. I need to reuse the same thread, or that's at least what I want to do. Shared state concurrency, okay. Using mutexes to allow access to data from one thread at a time. Nope. Yep, that's how a mutex works. You know what? If we want to, they're using a lock object, so I'm going to use a mutex. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. Everyone loves a good mutex. I understand how mutexes work at the very least. There's our mutex. Mutex, some sort of mutex that stores a bool. Wait, that doesn't really make sense though in this circumstance, right? I would need to lock the mutex on... I think I would need to lock the mutex on the actual object I'm modifying, but that's not how they're using it here in the Unity world. They're just using it as like locking everything that's here. Is that still valid? I don't know. It might be. Right, let's move this down to the bottom of the screen so I have less tabs open. Use the associate a function new, access the data within the mutex. We use the lock method to acquire the lock. Mutex is a smart pointer called a mutex guard, blah blah. Sharing a mutex between multiple threads. I'm sure that works somehow. Yeah, reference count. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Atomic reference counting. All right, this is something I probably should read more because I keep running into this for whatever reason as well. Like for the Discord bot, I think I also ran into this problem. So, try to share a value between multiple threads using a mutex. We'll spin up 10 threads and have them each increment a counter value by 1, so the counter goes from 0 to 10. The next example, we'll have a compiler error, and we'll use that error to learn more about using mutex and how Rust helps us use it correctly. Okay? Yeah. So this is going to throw an error because you can't share the mutex between, or you can't share the mutex guard between threads. Create a counter variable, blah, blah. And the counter variable is stored within the mutex, yeah. Collect all the join handles. Doesn't compile because counter has type mutex, which does not implement the copy traits. Value moved into closure here in previous iteration. Yep, that makes sense to me. So previous iteration of the thread. Yep. There's only one variable. You cannot... multiple threads cannot share the same variable. Chapter 15, we give a value multiple owners by using the smart pointer reference counts to create a reference counted value. Let's do the same thing here and see what happens. So they do the reference count thing. So they give the reference counter the mutex. Get different errors. That's good. Cannot be sent between threads safely. Very good. Fortunately, reference counting is not safe to share across threads. When it manages the reference counts, it adds to the count for each call to clone and subtracts from the count when each clone is dropped, but it doesn't use any concurrency primitives to make sure the changes to the count cannot be interrupted by another thread. This could lead to wrong counts, subtle bugs that could in turn lead to memory leaks or a value being dropped before we're done with it. What we need is a type exactly like reference count, makes changes to the reference count in a thread-safe way. All right, arc, very good. Atomic reference count. Work by primitive types where are safe to share across threads. Performance penalty, sure. Yeah. So that still doesn't help me actually, but it is good knowledge to know. So you want to lock the mutex, which means we don't want to do this. Or maybe we do. Or I guess like if we wanted to mimic the same API that they're going for here, I would need to wrap every single one of these arrays plus the job handle inside of that lock object. Okay, so say goodbye mutex, we don't want you. Sorry. Yeah. Or I would need to have like a runner class that just wraps the lip sync stuff, but that doesn't make any sense. I would need to think a bit more about how I would structure the structs, if you will. Yeah, similarities between ref cell, reference count, and mutex arc. Mutable reference. You might have noticed that count is immutable. We could get a mutable reference to the value inside it. This means mutex provides interior mutability, as the cell family does. In the same way, interior mutability. That's some good stuff. Same way we use ref cell in chapter 15 to allow us to mutate contents within a reference count. And RC. Oh, look at that. I don't know if anyone's still listening, but like, that's actually kind of impressive that someone caught that. Look at that. A lesser known grammatical thing in English, especially if you were educated within an English speaking country, or maybe just like the US, is that NRC. That is correct, even though it's an R. Because R is pronounced with an A sound, so it's NRC. But it would be A reference counts of a generic variable. Neat. Impressive. You don't usually see that kind of grammatical correctness in technical documentation. Logical errors, blah. Got anything else? Extensible concurrency with sync and send. Allowing transference of ownership between threads. Okay. Okay. Implementing send and sync manually is unsafe. Yep. Yep, we're there already. Okay. So I'm not let's look at the Rustonomicon. What do you got about data transfers? Send and sync. Oh baby, prepare yourself. I probably don't need this, but I'm not sure. In the incredibly rare case that a type is inappropriately automatically derived to be send or sync, then you can also unimplement send and sync. I did not know that you could unimplement things. That's sick, dude. That's sick. I had no idea. Well, how do I pass data to a thread? That's all I want. Please, I beg of you. Rust. Pass data to running thread. Update data. In thread, sure. So how do I modify a value in one thread and read the value in another thread using shared memory? Sure, this is in Python, so that doesn't help. Oh no, this is Python. They're using Python as an example. Maybe. Code is not that far off. Let me see. Use of move data, blah blah. So you have your data, which is inside an atomic reference count, which has a mutex of some vector, I suppose. So data for thread. So you create a new thread, you move the data, whatever you reference here is getting moved into the thread, so then you just infinitely loop. Oh, okay, so this is how you do it. Interesting. Cool. Cool. So this is exactly what I want. Neat. I think. If this works, then this is exactly what we want. So they have an atomic reference count of a mutex of some sort of data. Then their data for the thread is the same thing. It's cloned. And then inside of their thread, they move data for thread into it, right? So then this value is dropped from our current context, so we can no longer use it. Thread sleep, so we can ignore this part. Let mutable data equal data for thread lock unwrap. So then we get these things here, the vector of 0 and 0, then data 0 plus data 1 minus 1. And then in the main thread, they just loop infinitely, let data equal the original data, lock, unwrap. Okay, that's really easy. That's really easy. Let's do it. I might not even need this then, right? Maybe? Maybe? I'm thinking. I might still need it. Alright, arc mutex. So I think let's get rid, let's comment these out for now. I think these are not a great thing to have. I think I just need to have an arc. Whatever they're doing here, this is what I need, I think. Now the problem now becomes this. So check if job is completed on the thread. So we can have this. We don't need to have a separate struct. That's okay. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Right. And then this one will just be pub is completed, right? Which will be a bool. Very easy, very easy. Hold on. I'm realizing, I'm pretty sure doesn't bool just default to false? Or no, bool defaults to true, right? Rust bool. What is the default for bool? Standard default. What is the default for bool? Bool. Yeah. What do you got? Okay. So it defaults to false, I guess. By default, a Boolean field is set to false, but I want it set to true by default. All right, that's kind of weird. Okay. I think that's fine then. Yeah. And then lip sync RS. What is your problem? You have a problem here. So we don't need to have the handle. Lip sync job handle. We do need to have the thread, so we still need this part. Which means we still need the join handle. We'll start just putting everything back. All right, so lip sync. So this is the join handle that we need. No, lip sync job doesn't need this. Lip sync job needs is completed, right? Is completed, which is false. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something's kind of weird with the logic here. No errors. Do I ever? Yeah, I never use new. What am I talking about? We always create it manually like that. I suppose we should use new. But there's our join handle, and then we'll need to place. You know what? Yeah, no, that's exact. Lip sync job needs to be put inside. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay. So you will take an input of some sort of vec f64. Actually, no, you won't, because you won't have any input at this current point in time. Yeah. Is completed. I think pub is running, I suppose. That's also a good one to have. So lip sync this one is running. False. We're going to keep updating this for now, but hold on. I think what I want to do is not create a new struct, because we're going to be changing this, because it has to be an arc data, I think, right? So this will be let job equal an arc data new of a new mutex new of a new lip sync job new, which is just set to a bunch of defaults. All right, what's your problem? This function takes one argument. Oh, there we go. Apologies. All right, what's your problem now? This function takes one argument, but 0 arguments were supplied. Ooh, really? Really? Okay. Oh, lip sync job, sorry. Lip sync job. All these names are too similar. And then we'll want to clone it. Or no, yeah, this is the thread job, which is just equal to job clone. Yeah. And then we will just hit it with a loop inside of here. Thread job let job, let the interior job equal thread job lock. Probably should not just unwrap, but that's okay. Yeah, unused variable. It's not technically shadowing since they are in completely different contexts. This needs to be a move. All right, so thread job is now over here, and then we lock and unwrap it. And then we'll do a thing to it, right? So I guess to do stub, right? Yeah, okay. I think I got it. I think I got it. This part, or this part. So we have our join handle, and then we have our, didn't I have, oh, this is the job result. So now I actually just need to hold on to the job. So this is our job, right? Which is an arc of a mutex of a lip sync job. It's beautiful. I suppose this should also be optional. I don't know. Maybe? Or we can just give it to you directly. So you will have job. Yeah, okay. He's beginning to believe. Then here, we take this out, right? By take this out, I mean we're just gonna do that. Copy it over. And then what exactly are we doing here? What are we doing here? Thinking. Let mutable job equal self job lock unwrap. Sure. That sounds good to me. And then take out this. take out the last part as well. So then this is just gonna be a bunch of errors for now. But then we'll do job dot inputs. Can I do this? Is that okay? It looks to be okay. We'll see if the compiler starts complaining. I'm a bit nervous because I have a feeling that this is not correct. I feel like I'm doing this in like a really weird way as well, but I think this is probably okay. Maybe. It looks like what the Stack Overflow answer is doing, so it can't be that bad, right? Stack Overflow would never lie to me, right? Oh my god, okay, almost there. Almost there. I wonder if this would be better to just wrap in a very tiny function to update things on the job, or if this is something that you just need to do. Because like this use case is very strange. Okay. So this is schedule job, right? Which means is completed is now false. Is running is now true. And that's kind of it, isn't it? Right? Since our up here, we're doing the thread stuff here. So we just loop infinitely as fast as possible. So we can do if job is running, right? Yeah, so if we do if job is running, then we should start running the job. Amazing. How does he think of this? Some sort of genius. Schedule, and then the Unity thing, schedule just means execute, right? So Unity, iJob, ujob, Steve Jobs. It's obvious. So schedule the job returns the job handle, which can be waited upon later. When a job is scheduled, the job's execute method is invoked on a worker thread. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm doing here, right? So then we'll do lip sync job. Yeah, we just have executes. So job.execute. Yeah. No. Cannot borrow job as mutable as it is not declared as mutable. Does this need to be mutable? Oh god, it does. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. That's probably alright. Job executes, and then job is complete equals true. Job. I guess we don't need to have both of these, right? What did I call it? Is complete. Is completed. Welcome to is complete. Yeah, I guess I don't need to have both of them, right? Yeah. But which one makes more sense to have? Is there ever a circumstance when you... Is there ever a circumstance where your job would be incomplete and also not running? Basically false and false. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is a circumstance where your job would not be complete because it hasn't done anything yet. But it's also not running, right? I think it would be like you would want to be able to turn on and off the job, I guess. I don't know. That just feels wrong. The more I look at it, the more wrong it looks. Does that make sense? So schedule job. Data received, we don't need this. We do need update results. So here, wait for thread to complete. So that's really just like playing into semantics. So we can just have is complete. Is running is kind of superfluous. So goodbye is running. You will not be missed. Say goodbye. All right, so is complete. So if job is complete is not complete. So then job is complete is now true. Yeah. So we only ever set it in these two places. We could also just have like a variable somewhere, be like toggle it on and off. So like at the end of executes, we could, no. I don't know. What does execute do? Execute works internally. Okay. I think that's okay. Right? That's okay. I'm still a little unsure about some of these functions as well. Like the mel filter bank. I have my doubts as to whether or not that actually works. But I don't have any actual tests to compare against. So this will have to be good enough. And then we'll see if the lip syncing works with a real model. I think that looks good though. I think that looks good. Here, wait for thread to complete. Don't want to join the thread because that will block. That's true. That's true. I remember writing that like a few minutes ago. I probably would have forgotten if I didn't leave a note though. Here, I guess we'll just have to do like let job equal self job lock unwrap. I think we'll want to, let's add another to do don't unwrap. This one also to do don't unwrap. And then there's one more unwrap that I'm using here. Yeah, right here. To do don't unwrap. Yeah. So instead of unwrapping, I should actually like, you know, handle it. I should actually handle it instead of just panicking whenever we don't get something. Well, at the very least, we should not. We should at least expect, right? So we should do unable to lock job in thread. There we go. And then this one is unable to lock job in update results. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Expect. And then this one would be unable to lock job in. What is this one? Schedule job. Okay. Cool. It's still pretty much like the wrong thing to do, because I think it is possible for this to just break at any time, which makes me nervous. Yeah. So let job. We grab the job, and then if not job is poisoned, that's also pretty good. That's also a good one to. That's also a good thing to check. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. You know what? You are totally correct, Rust compiler. I do want to check if it's poisoned. What do I do if it's poisoned? determines whether the mutex is poisoned. If another thread is active, the mutex can still become poisoned at any time. You should not trust a false value for program correctness without additional synchronization. Cool. I mean, what do I do if it's poisoned? It's complete. I think we want to check for poison first, right? And I don't think here, inside of the thread, I don't think we want to check for is poisoned either. Is that? I don't know. I think that makes sense, right? Because like your mutex can only become poisoned in the thread. I guess if it becomes poisoned in your main thread, then you have bigger problems, I suppose. Poison. Rust handle is poisoned. Poisoning. Rustanomicon. Sure. What do you got? All unsafe code must ensure it has minimal exception safety. Not all types ensure maximal exception safety. Even if the type does, your code may ascribe additional meaning to it. For instance, an integer is certainly exception safe, but has no semantics on its own. It's possible that code that panics could fail to correctly update the integer, producing an inconsistent program state. Blah blah. Mutex poisons not for true safety in the sense that Rust normally cares about. It poisons as a safety guard against blindly using the data that comes out of a mutex that has witnessed a panic while locked. The data in such a mutex was likely in the middle of being modified, and as such may be in an inconsistent or incomplete state. It's important to note that one cannot violate memory safety with such a type if it is correctly written. After all, it must be minimally exception safe. Blah blah. What do you got? Ah, nothing. I read all that for nothing. All right, but like, how do I handle it though? How do I handle it? Rust mutex. Sure. Yes. What do you got? Poisoning. For a mutex, that means that the lock and try lock methods return a result, which indicates whether a mutex has been poisoned or not. Okay, so lock returns a lock result. Oh, okay. That's how I check to see if it's poisoned. Most usage of a mutex will simply unwrap these results, propagating panics among threads to ensure that a possibly invalid invariance is not witnessed. A poison mutex, however, does not prevent all access to the underlying data. The poison error type has an into-inner method which will return the guard that would have otherwise been returned on a successful lock. This allows access to the data despite the lock being poisoned. That's interesting. The more you learn. That doesn't really tell me how to handle it though. I guess we'll we'll have to handle the poison here. Don't unwrap, handle poison instead. That sounds pretty metal. So I think that's what we want to do. So don't just blindly unwrap it. We want to handle the poisoning. If it is possibly poisoned. But I think because of that, then we can just check for if not job is complete, then we'll just return, right? Easy. And that kind of goes back one-to-one with how the Unity stuff works. So in update. No, this is update result. We don't want this. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, this isn't right. I mean, this is right, hold on. I've done this in the wrong place. So in just regular updates, yeah. This one. What's your problem? Cannot borrow self as mutable because it is also borrowed as immutable. Mutable borrow occurs here. Ooh. Immutable borrow occurs here at 128. Ooh. 128. Mutable borrow occurs here at 133. 141, immutable borrow might be used here when job is dropped. 141. It runs the drop code for standard sync mutex guard. Can I lock it again? Is that how that works? Lock. Wait, can I unlock it? What's the opposite of lock? Unlock. No. I don't know. What else do you got? How do I unlock you? I suppose I could do this, right? We just put this into a thing. Or actually, we'd go in the opposite direction. So we have just a block, use it, and then drop it immediately, maybe? So if job is complete, or if not job is complete, then return. Does this drop it? I know there's ways you can get around this. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Although this might just be like tricking the compiler into passing. It's okay. Actually, what happens if you return from like just if you return from just like a weird interior block? Does this return from the entire function? I hope it does. I don't remember though. I think that's fine though, yeah. So check if job is completed. Yeah, so if job is not complete, then we don't want to call any of this stuff, which means that we don't need to worry about this stuff either. However, in update results, we don't need to call complete on the job handle because, you know, we just have the job, which we have stored within a atomic reference counts that contains a mutex. And then we just have the job cloned to itself. Hello, Knock. Hello, hello. You tried. I do respect the effort every time. All right. So this is what I've been doing though. How's it going? It's going. It's going. I'm feeling pretty smart. Feeling pretty smart today. If only because I was productive. I've been slacking off somewhat at work, but I did a bunch of work today. So got the entire CI/CD build system actually working along with all the other stuff. I hope you like auto injection because that's what I've made work in Golang, which actually isn't that impressive, but how far is lip sync along? How far along is lip sync? It's going. It's going. So I'm at the point where now I just need to pass data along between threads. So this is what I have so far. Do I need this? Am I using this? You know? Yeah, I do need this, yeah. So what I'm doing is I create an arc data, or an atomic reference count, that contains a mutex, that contains a lip sync job, which is this thing. It's really just this piece of code here that modifies all of these values. And then I create a new thread. We will need to handle the error. Let's add a to do. Handle thread spawn error. Right, and then all we do here is if not job is complete, then we just call this entire function, and then is complete is not true. This should lock. I do need to handle the poisoning if something does panic. Right? I guess I actually should, yeah. I actually should handle this, but for now we just kind of slap it into here. Right, so now we have our job data, and then we just have the join handle, which we need to complete on shutdown. So this will just be self job join. No, it's not job, it's the join handle. Join. What do we do with this, by the way? Oh. What is it called? Unwrap. Let's just expect unable to shut down thread. Then we'll want to join it. That's pretty much it, right? And then we want to expect after that. While you can call result okay to convert to an option. Yes. Isn't this, are you talking about here? When I create my join handle when I spin up the thread? I suppose I could do that. I'm not going to though. Yeah, replace the match with a call to OK. Yeah, well, this is just placeholder for now. Because I think instead of just converting it to an option, I think I just want to like throw an error so that I know, at least on the front end, on the Godot side. So the idea is somewhere in tracking, I'll have like a lip sync field, like right here. Oh, you know what? There we go. So unwrap, I finished Death Ball. Nice. Very nice. Did you port all the sounds as well? I know you were talking about that last time. I think if you didn't port the music, I'd be okay with that. Works in the browser too. Ooh. Fancy. Yeah, but I think here I'll want to have some sort of error be returned. So you click on it, it starts to try lip syncing, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll, you know, have some sort of error pop up. All sounds and music. Ooh. Fancy. Cannot move out. Wait, hold on. How do I do this? I always forget. How do I kill the thread? I no longer desire your thingies. Join unwrap. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let me put on my headphones and we'll pivot really quickly. I do like how you have it just kind of like deployed on your GitHub IO. Alright, let's get real distracted. Click to start. Okay, hold on. I think I need to turn this on for me as well. Otherwise I won't be able to hear anything. I forget how I did this. How did I do this? Ooh, okay. That's okay. I don't need to hear it. Maybe I do need to hear it. I always forget. Like I'm not great at audio, so I set this up and I got it working, but now I forget how I got it working. So there's a way to... So there's no hardware input, which is good. I'm just using all virtual input and then kind of manually patching in my hardware into the hardware outs. But now I can't hear anything. And is that because... So there's hardware out. Oh, it's using focus, right? USB-A ASIO. Okay, so... I think I can pipe this one to speakers, and hopefully this won't blow up my eardrums. How do you stream sounds? I don't know. Oh god. That's really loud for me. That's not doing anything either. No. 0. But then if I turn it down for... Well, actually, no, then I can just turn it down here. Aha, he's done it. Actually, do you have 2 audio outputs now? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's give this a try. I think we're good. We can turn this off. Click the start. How does that sound? Music is gone for us. You have it. On OBS, it looks like it's there. Better now. New game. Oh, look at that wiggle. I can hear the game. You can hear me, right? That's how it works. Move and select your horse. Very good. Look how big it is. Scroll to zoom in or out. I remember composing this on stream. Alright, ram enemies to eliminate them. Let's not. We'll do that later. We'll hit you once for a good measure. You know what? After coming back to this, I now realize how people got confused, because it's not obvious that you can just skip them. So we'll just go to the end. Whee. Told you. Yeah, well, no one told me, man. I was working on it. Live on stream. I don't know, I mean, it made sense to me at the time. Oh, and you have the score implemented as well. Look at that. To be fair, it was jam. Yeah. Just press spacebar. He's done it. Attack on humans. Alright, let's try to go fast. I know the strats. This would be fun to remake, yeah, for sure. Although, I guess you've already remade it. But remake with an ECS instead. I can feel a little bit of lag, but I'm gonna assume it's because I'm running like a million things at the same time. Use rapier? Yeah. Oh, that's what you're using, right? Or that's what you used to implement this? Yeah. That's pretty much enough, yeah. Then we just zoom all the way out and send it. Because this is just a kill mission. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the... Once we get to this part, this is the fun part. Feels a bit slow, though. But it's also possibly because I've played this game like a million times while testing. Yeah. Did you know you're actually able to break the fences? Although I'm kind of noticing that your fences don't seem to be breakable. At least in the original game. I've tested this with like 1,000 death ball size. 5,000 animals on screen. Yeah. I made the fences indestructible. But what about my player choice? What if I want to just exit the playfield for no reason? Screw player choice. No. God, I forgot. I also forgot how long this takes if you don't have the the rubber duck. We can do it. We're almost there, and we can kill the snowman. But yeah, I think another thing that was kind of maybe a bad decision on my part when I was designing the game was, well, it's not really like a design thing. It's more just like, this is how it turned out. And you're so faithful to the design. Yeah, it's not your fault. Although, you're too faithful to the design. I can still blame you. Why couldn't you fix all my mistakes? But I think something that could have made the game a bit more frantic is the ability to, you know, once animals start to bunch up on one enemy, right? Maybe have them kind of switch places, if that makes sense, or like transfer damage. So like, if you just kind of like hug one enemy, you won't actually do all that much damage to them, right? Because of just how the collision mechanic works. So when they set the bunch up, I think it would make more sense to be like, if there's outside force, I guess like transfer it to the inside animals. Something like that. To make it feel better. Otherwise, you can just have a situation where you have like a ball. Oh, I got armored up. You have a ball, but you're not actually able to do any damage because they're all stuck. Alright, I think this one's probably the most fun, I think. Did you also port over the very last level? Or I guess the very last level... It's not the last level, the last screen, I suppose, which is like the thanks for playing. If you ever got to that point in the real game, or the original game. I think this is technically superior, for sure. Test it? Oh, okay, that means I need to beat my own game then. Oh no. I ain't saying. Oh no, alright. Well, this is now a Let's Play stream of my own game. Let me see. I wonder if I can beat my own high score. It shouldn't be that hard, I think. This level does take forever, though. Because you do need to just destroy a bunch of buildings. Yeah, if there were more, I guess, tinier objects that you also just not get, like, super stuck on, I think this would be more fun. I like the graphic that you put in there. So let's maybe just aim for the hay bales and small stables, yeah. I like the little zoom in. It's very subtle, but I'm pretty sure my you win message just kind of pops in. All right, final level. Oh. I think did you implement this like faithfully? Yeah, you have no idea what I'm talking about. What are you? Isn't like the you win that message kind of like slides in from the right? Isn't that's something that you added? And also, did you fix the audio bug, or is this playing 2 tracks at once? No, it should pop in. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is the popping in, because I remember that was not something that I added. The bug should be fixed. Okay. Then this track is just bad. It sounded like there were 2 things playing, but that's just bad mixing on my part. There's no transition? Okay, I was confused. Maybe that's what was broken in the original build. I think maybe it's eGUI's fault. eGUI for what? Oh, I remember recording this like at an hour before, or a few hours before the jam was due. I was like, you know what? That take was good enough. I think this is a single take of me just like making stuff up. I think it's the layout code makes 1 frame to stabilize. Oh, so it's not actually like you doing like a really quick slide animation. It's just a side effect of how eGUI works. Well, you know what? It's a good side effect. 10 out of 10. I thought you intentionally added that. I was like, alright, neat. Trying to flex. Alright, now we'll just slide everyone into the boss. He's done it. There's one more. There's someone who's stuck in the corner. Who is it? Is it you? Oh no. I sort of like this track. Well, and you can hear I just messed up there. Yeah, I found him. He's here. Alright. Wiggle. That. and send it. Whee! Oh, it's completely whipped like most of the lads. God, I got 3 poops as well. But did you? Yeah, you did the damage calculations, right? So poop does no damage. I kind of regret making that decision. It really lends itself to the chaos of the final stage, perhaps. Oh, it's me. He's done it. And there's me singing. West Virginia, Ridge Mountain. All right, enough of that. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like it. You have my blessing if you would wish to monetize that, because that's pretty neat. Oh no, why am I still able to hear this? Ooh. Ooh? Wait, why am I able to hear this again? Ooh. I have no idea how you got the 120 score you claimed on the Ludum page. You can check the VOD. Like, I went through it really quickly. I speedran my own game. I would hope that I'm pretty good at speedrunning my own game because I made it. How am I able to hear this, by the way? How does this work? I can see that I'm getting input. Lucky with the ducks? Yeah, probably. I think I got lucky on the ducks. Like, I think you have to get lucky on the rubber ducks on pretty much every single stage. So if you can get like 2 ducks that you just kind of safeguard for the entire stage, then you can run through it really, really quickly. Anyways, I don't know why I'm getting audio again, so that's pretty strange. Oh, okay. Are you still getting audio, by the way? Yeah, you should still be getting audio, so maybe I just need to listen on... I get desktop output on A, but you get audio output on B. Oh, that might be it. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing at this point. Anyways, let's go back to here. Yeah, that's sick though. 10 out of 10. It's a more stable version of whatever I threw together. You know, big ups to you. Here's I'm quite sick. Well, enjoy this while it lasts. Congratulations. Takes a long time when you're not using an engine like Godot. That's fair enough. Fair enough. I suppose, like, you know how the internals work a lot better, though. How do I un-VIP you? I was gonna VIP you for just one message, but now I don't know how to take it away. How does this work? I'll take this away at some points. Enjoy it while it lasts. Diamonds are forever? I don't know. I don't think that's true. But whatever floats your boat. Cannot move out of self-join handle, which is behind a mutable reference. Consider borrowing the options content. At least until the heat death of the universe or something. That's okay. Or if you get yeeted into a black hole, I suppose you get smushed. Or is that what happens in black holes? Black holes just create more diamonds? I'm not a scientist or anything. Yeah, okay, I didn't expect this to work. Cannot move out of a shared reference. Well, I don't know. this is my thread. All black holes are just diamonds in disguise. I'm not a scientist, but so I guess I'll have to accept that as true. That doesn't sound correct, but I don't know enough to dispute it for sure. Try take. Take? Takes the value out of the option, leaving a none in its place. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, right? Unable to get join handle from option. And then this one is unable to join thread. Yeah, something like that. All right, cool. So I think that's it. I think we're good. Is it one thread? Yeah, it's the design that I'm going with is that we'll just have like the one running thread. Yeah, the main thread and the lip sync thread. So we spawn the thread here, we just run it infinitely. Because this should be looping. Yep, it's loop right there. I create, yeah, this is just the main thing. And this doesn't even run in Godot's process function because I want more control over it. Yeah, but in updates, we just check, we lock the current job and then see if it is completed or not. And so this data should be shared between the thread and the main thread, or the lip sync thread and the main thread. So that's what I've done here. According to this Stack Overflow answer, I think this is correct. Job execute changes all of its things implicitly, so that should be fine. I think that makes sense, right? So we have the lip sync job, and then we clone it and have the thread job. We create a builder for the thread, spawn it, move the thread job into that thread, and then we just lock it, check to see if it's complete, or if it's not complete, then we execute it, and then it is now complete, right? And then in update, which I'll be calling in Godot's process function, a built-in, we'll just run this, we'll call this every single thing. Aren't you holding the mutex forever? How do you unhold the mutex? Isn't that, doesn't the mutex close itself once it goes out of scope? Or is that not how mutexes work? Job. Drop? I don't think you want to drop it, right? How do these work? Mutex. Unwrap. Yeah, but you're holding the mutex while the job is going on. Is that meant to happen? Well, I need to execute it, right? Like in order to execute, because this is a mutable reference to itself. So I thought that's okay. I thought that's okay. Sometimes necessary to manually drop the mutex guard to unlock it sooner than the end of the enclosing scope. Yeah, the end of the enclosing scope. Let me get a chance to use so much hands. You know what? That's fair. I guess maybe might be. It's worth a test. Yeah, I'm not sure. Or do you think, like, if I just put it inside of an enclosing scope, do you think that'll do it? Not like that. Like that. Just to force it to drop? Wouldn't that do the same thing? Instead of having to have like a manual drop? Right? Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, okay. Ooh, what am I doing? Ooh. All right, well, I mean, we can manually drop it. That's fine. Get dropped. I think I misunderstood what's meant to happen. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's supposed to happen either. So I'm just kind of winging it. So this is our job. This one I'm still implementing it, but after I implement update results, then I should be good to start doing the link between Godot and Rust. Yeah. So this one, we just check to see if it's complete. If it's not complete, then we execute it on the thread, and then we mark it as complete. Because I'm assuming that this blocks on that thread. Of course the duck is winging it. All right. Ban this man. 24 hours. Permanent. I guess you have the diamond shield. So you're spared this one time. This one I probably want to run on thread. You know what? I don't need to run on thread because it's already running in the thread, right? I guess we can manually drop it, but it's always going to go out of scope. Just my one up. Yeah, that could be what it is. Unfortunately, there's only a limited amount of one-ups that I can give away. All right, update result. What do I need to do here? Update result. So we have job handle. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's probably inside of job results. Oh no, okay. Job results. So I need to grab the job results. Because job handle contains... Wait. Yes, no, yeah, yeah. What does this contain? This contains job, oh yes, so lip sync job handle contains these are all references. Everything that has an underscore after the name is a reference. Okay. Wait, so does that mean lip sync job is supposed to increment its own index? Is that what it's... Is that what the index is? That might be what the index is. I'm learning. He's beginning to figure things out. No, that comes from the results. Wait. What? Copy from MFCC. So you have an MFCC that we give to you. Job results is also something that we gave to the job handle. Job result, yeah, job result. Okay. I see what I'm supposed to do. So here, not here, here, I just need to copy everything from you. So let job data equal job clone. I want the data that's inside of it. So I don't know, we can clone it. Maybe we don't want to clone it. Maybe we'll do... What is this supposed to do? MFCC for other? Do you have an MFCC for other? You don't. What is MFCC for other? Who do we give it to? Nothing. This is just shared. Okay. MFCC for other is just shared, while this one should actually come from... Oh man, that's confusing. Okay. That makes this a lot more difficult. So looking at the right here, where do we use job result? Do we use it in more than this function? So this, we create a new lip sync job and pass in this. You know what? Might not need this. We could just... I mean... No, I was gonna say that we could just create new stuff every single time, but that doesn't make any sense. I feel like here, we don't want this, for sure, this is wrong. But here, do I need to wrap all of these inside of arc mutexes then? I don't think I do. But it does need that data, and I feel like they should be references to each other. So I can just maintain the single thing. And then some of these I actually don't even need to send again, so because I'm reusing the same job here, right? So in update, so this is schedule job, this is update results. We only update results, or we update result and then we schedule the job, but only when the job is complete. So it goes update result. We then compile a lip sync info from that and just store it on ourselves, right? And then we can invoke the callback whenever. So this is just emitting the signal lip sync updated. That makes sense to me. Yeah, I think that all makes sense. So this needs to be job.mfcc. Yeah, this needs to be job MFCC. So this is the job MFCC. Assuming that this is incorrect. That's correct now. This, all of this needs to be, whenever we access the job result, we're actually accessing the lip sync job result. And we're always accessing the first one for some reason. I wonder if that's supposed to be a pointer. I really hope it's not a pointer. It doesn't look like a pointer. It's a native array of lip sync job result. No, it's maybe could just be like a regular thing. Put that away. Then we'll do job dot result index. Since we're just reading from it, that should be probably fine. Oh, actually, profile is not shared. That's correct. Profile is not shared. This one is shared. So this is job result distance. What do I do with the results? Huh. Like these need to be references, but I can't just pass them in like that, I think. Right? Yeah, that's an error. Cannot move out of self-input data which would be behind a mutable reference. Does not implement the copy traits. But I'm pretty sure cloning them doesn't just give me a reference to them. I'll have to look up a better way of doing that, but I think this is okay for now. I am going to have to think about, maybe I should, like right here, I should copy, like I'm thinking. Because we're wasting space here, for sure. Because I have a local copy of all the results just kind of here. So like job result, that's a local copy that we then store on the job results. But I think what's happening in the C# implementation is that they're passing a reference to the job results, to the actual job. So it's not a copy, it's just a reference to it. So how do I do that? How do I do that here? Should be possible, I just can't think of it right now. Anyways, this should be more correct, except now that we're not actually updating the original anymore. Or I wonder if we update things that are on the struct here. No. All right, I don't know. Let's look. How do you assign a reference to something? How to Rust assign a reference to struct field? Sure. Defining and instantiating structs. That's fine. Yeah, struct a reference to other value in struct. That's what I want. Or is, what are they doing? This is 7 years ago. Not very good. I suppose it could be a ref cell. References. Reference, I don't know. Reference to other value in struct. That's a good Google question. It's gonna give me the that one as the top result. Store a reference of struct and other struct. Yes. I have two structs, app and item. What I want to achieve is to store an item in the items vector of the app struct by passing a mutable reference to the item's constructor. Sure. So again, the error. Why can't I store a value and a reference to that value in the same struct? I don't really need to store the value. I just need to store the reference. So what would that look like? You have a straightforward tree structure? No, I don't. Reference counts. Okay, well, that's what I was trying to avoid doing, but we can do that. So here, these will all be... Oh, this is already a reference, so that's fantastic. And then this will need to be... I guess profile doesn't need to be reset. I think all of these need to be... That's a pain. That's a huge pain. Okay. So if I don't want to do a lot of unnecessary copying, then I would need to, I think, change all of these into like reference counted stuff, or at least atomically reference counted. It doesn't really matter if it's atomically reference counted or not, since there's only one thread. But we'll do it like that. So say goodbye. Use std sync. So what am I looking for? Probably just an RC, right? Standard RC. Single threaded reference counted pointer. Or should these be the same thing as... I don't know. This thing said for me to use cell. I'm not sure why I wouldn't want to use cell. So Rust cell, or possibly a ref cell as well. Yeah, probably a ref cell, huh? Yeah. So it creates a new ref cell containing the value, consumes the ref cell, returning the wrapped value. How do I just access it? Borrow. Try borrow, borrow mutable. All right, so I'm thinking if I turn this into a ref cell, I think it should be okay. Maybe. Hopefully okay. So let's go here and we will do a thing. So git commit add threading code. So we'll just push that. Okay, it's beautiful. Now, let's start implementing the ref cell stuff. So I think how do I pass around a bunch of ref cells? I know that this was touched upon in the book. Give me the Rust book. Give it the Rust book. Rust book. Getting started. Sure. And it's like in chapter 15, smart pointers. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Ref cell and the interior mutability pattern. Design pattern that allows you to mutate data even when there are immutable references to that data. Normally, this action is disallowed by the borrowing rules. To mutate data, the pattern uses unsafe code inside a data structure to bend Rust's usual rules that govern mutation and borrowing. We haven't yet covered unsafe code. We will in chapter 19. We can use types that use the interior mutability pattern when we can ensure that borrowing rules will be followed at runtime, even though the compiler can't guarantee that. The unsafe code involved is then wrapped in a safe API, and the outer type is still immutable. Okay. Okay. Unlike RC, the ref cell type represents single ownership over the data it holds. So what makes ref cell different from a type like box? And you can have either, but not both of, one mutable reference or any number of immutable references. References must always be valid. With references in box, borrowing rules invariants are enforced at compile time. With ref cell, these invariants are enforced at runtime. With references, you break these rules, you get a compiler error. With ref cell, you break these rules, your program will panic and exit. Very nice. So compile time is usually better. Okay. It's only for use in single-threaded scenarios. Will give you a compile time error if you try to use it in a multi-thread. Okay, well, I guess not. Then I suppose that I need to use an arc in a mutex again. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Right. Because we'll have, well, actually, most of these are just read from, right? And it's really only the MFCC, I think that changes. Yeah. There's only a few things that actually change. Everything else is just we read from them. So all of the like input doesn't even change, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Input doesn't change. MFCC, I don't think phonemes changes either. Yeah, phonemes we just look for stuff. So we only need to pass in an MFCC and results, and then possibly also like is complete. Okay. So RC enables multiple owners of the same data. Box and ref cell have single owners, so I can't use ref cell. Good to know. Say goodbye. It was fun while it lasted. Box allows for immutable or mutable borrows checked at compile time. RC only allows for immutable borrows checked at compile time. Ref cell allows for immutable or mutable borrows checked at runtime. Okay, I remember reading this before. Ref cell allows for immutable borrows checked at runtime. You can mutate the value inside the ref cell even when the ref cell is immutable. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So I think these need to be wrapped in a arc and mutex as well, since I'll also be changing these, or I guess like syncing the values at the very least. Mutex. Yeah, so then these need to be, it's just MFCC and results that need to be locked. So this will be an arc of a mutex, probably. Given a vector. I feel like I'm starting to feel a lot like a child who has discovered a hammer and everything is starting to look like nails. But it works. It works. So this needs to be let res0 equal self result lock expect unable to lock result 0 in whatever it's called. Right. It's pretty much what we want. And then to do actually handle the error. Going to be seeing a lot of those. So this will now be res0. So we clone the value there. And then we need to just send it back. So this will be res0 will equal to res1. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Then similarly, oh, we might not, yeah, unable to lock results 0 in lip sync job when volume is less than volume thresh. I can tell that this is going to be lots of repetition here. Lots of repetition. So this is similar. Unable to lock result 0 in lip sync job when volume. I think I can guarantee that these will be locked properly, at the very least. Alright, so when assigning first result, that's fine. What's your problem? Okay. Then this one, okay, so this is just a bunch of locks. Okay. Let mfcc. Oh, and this is just res, I suppose, but that's fine. mfcc. Or I guess this is more like shared, right? Shared mfcc is equal to self mfcc lock expect. And what are we expecting? Unable to lock mfcc. That's pretty much it. Then res0, this should be like shared res. That's okay. We can change this one as well so it's more accurate as to what it's really doing. So it's a shared res, it's not just res0. Then this one should be replaced with shared mfcc. I suppose we should drop it at some point, but it doesn't matter. Then similarly, we'll do this one. Let shared mfcc. I don't think that these are called in that function, but they might be. Oh no, please don't be called here. Get vowel. They are called in this function. So get vowel results. I think we need to drop it. Yeah. I think this is one of the few places where I think we need to manually drop it. Because we can't push it along, I suppose. Let's see. This one. Okay, hold on. Hold on. If we change this, the function signature, so that it then it accepts the shared mfcc, right? Where it needs to be shared at some points. That's the problem, right? So we can do this like a very direct way, which is just accepts one of these. I think that's probably okay. Right. So then you pass in shared MFCC. Then this one, I feel like this is bad. It just feels like something I shouldn't be doing, but I'm doing it anyways. So we pass it along. Ooh, cannot find value. Oh, shared MFCC. And then this entire for loop needs to change. Hold on. Give it a copy, then we yeet it. This is shared MFCC. And then this is also shared MFCC. So that's probably okay. We'll see if we crash or seg fault or whatever. That'll be very exciting to see. I think these will also need to be arc datas then, as well. So job results probably needs to be an arc data. Yeah, results, job result needs to be an arc data because these are the same things. They refer to the same value at the very least. So MFCC and then MFCC for other will probably just be a copy of MFCC, right? But this needs to be an arc, a mutex. Now that I have discovered, now I've discovered the way on how to pass things to threads, I cannot be stopped. I should probably be stopped at some point though. Alright, I wonder if this is actually incorrect, but it's just not propagating the error just yet. Alright, so what's your problem? What is your problem? Alright, so this is, we need to lock it, expect unable to lock MFCC when clearing, when disposing of buffer. Yeah. That's all right. Then similarly, this one just needs to be locked, expect unable to lock job result when we are disposing of the buffer. Yeah. Then this one, job MFCC. So we have multiple nested mutexes. So Rust, nested, arc. What not to do in Rust? Okay. That's how you know you've messed up. Oh, what are you trying to do? All right, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pass, so lip sync job, this runs on a thread, right? So what I'm trying to do is whenever I update the data inside of it, so whenever I schedule the job, I don't want to clone the data, I just want to pass a reference to whatever I have to the lip sync job, right? But I'm not able to just assign it. Actually, you know what? If I can I just label these as mutable references now I'm thinking about it? I'm not sure that you can do that, especially if it's running on the thread. But maybe you can. You need to consume it. Why would I want to consume it? Wouldn't that it takes it out of the mutex, right? Right. The structure is that I have you know, or what I'm intending for it to be is that there's only one MFCC and there's only one job results, and then I share this with the thread. What you're trying to do is specifically the reason why Rust exists. You're not supposed to do it. Wait, what am I not supposed to do? I want to share it. We can share it. We can play nice. I can guarantee that there's only going to be one thread. Is that not how that works? Anyways, I thought of something better. What if we do this? So, we don't use this. But can't I label this as is this not something you can do? No, I don't think you can. Okay. Type annotations needed. Trait bound. Or maybe. You need to pass the ownership entirely or wrap it in a mutex. You can't just pass a pointer. I want to pass a pointer around between threads. That's exactly what I want to do. I suppose this won't work. Okay, so this is actually the correct way of doing it then, which is just wrapping them in a atomic reference count mutex. Atomically reference counted mutex. That's a long list of syllables to say. Right? So then now I have, well, see, the problem is, right, I've already wrapped, that's what I'm a little confused about, is I've already wrapped my job, right, my lip sync job, which contains the MFCC and results. I've already wrapped that in an arc mutex, right? But then from this thing, I also want to pass in MFCC and job results into this job here. Does that make sense? I feel like that's wrong. It feels really wrong to wrap these two things specifically into in arc mutexes, while this is already wrapped in an arc mutex. Right? But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like, why can't I just pass in, why do you need to wrap it again? So I can pass a reference. So I have an MFCC. I want this MFCC in my main thread to be the same as the MFCC in my lip sync job, which is running on the other thread. Just pass them? Well, I can't just pass them, right? So clone doesn't clone. It makes it so I lose the reference though. Isn't that how that works? That's what arcs are for. Wait, so that's okay then, right? So that's okay. No, I'm not sure what you mean. To be honest, well, I want this to be the same reference. I want these to refer to. I want MFCC to refer to the MFCC in my main thread. Arc module page. Yeah, well, the arc module page is leading me to believe that this is correct. It's making me think that I'm correct in doing this, but it doesn't feel correct. Right, the arc page does say this. It says, yeah, this is how you do it. I'm like, all right, well, if you say so. If you say so. Where was the arc page? I was looking at it before, but now I've like, I've closed it and I don't know where I am anymore. What doesn't feel correct about it? I don't know. Just the fact that I need to continuously lock and unlock if I want to read from it. Right. Well, yeah. See, there we go, yeah. That's how mutex data is. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'm just not used to working with that. I think I'm more used to just the language taking care of it for me, right? Because that's how this works, right? So you can see here that whenever they schedule their job in the C# code, they're just passing a reference, right? And that's what makes sense to me. You can't read data guarded by a mutex without locking the mutex. Yeah, but see, I'm behind 2 mutexes now. That's also where it feels kind of wrong. Or it feels kind of wrong, right? The fact that the data is like, I have a mutex, or this lip sync job struct is stored in the main thread behind an arc mutex, but inside of that lip sync job, it also has 2 properties, 2 fields that are behind arc mutexes as well. Not gonna lie, your approach doesn't seem right to it, just passing the data back and forth. Yeah, well, I think it would be slightly easier if I were just to spin up a new thread every single time. But I know that that's not very efficient. I mean, that's how the Unity stuff works, right? Is it uses some sort of job scheduler and then they just pass in a new reference to whatever the old data was. So they create a new lip sync job struct, then they schedule it, and then these are just references to the existing data. You could use a channel like Go. Well, that's kind of what I was looking into before, using the MPSC, multiple producer, single consumer library, not library, whatever it's called. But that doesn't really allow me to push data to it, right? Because if I want to update the data, I would need to consume the thread, right? Or close the thread, join the thread. I would need to join the thread, right? Whereas with this, I just leave the thread running until we're done, right? Doesn't that make sense? Otherwise, if I use the MPSC pattern, I would need to join the thread, spin up a new one, and create a new set of whatevers. Because it's only unidirectional. I can only listen to whatever's on the thread. I cannot send data to the thread. If I wanted to send data to the thread, I would need to use Crossbeam, which I was looking at earlier. Crossbeam. One of these. Tools for concurrent programming in Rust, 4.2 stars. So I think this would work for sure, but I don't think I need to use that. Not yet. I mean, this approach feels wrong, but I think it'll work, maybe. MFCC equal job.mfcc or job. This is just MFCC lock expect unable to lock see on job. Something like that. What's your problem? Alright, no problems. Then we just copy from this thing. Yeah, if I wanted to use a channel, and that would make a lot more sense to me, because I'm familiar with Go, but unfortunately, these channels are only unidirectional. Whereas Go channels, I don't know actually. I guess Go channels are also somewhat unidirectional unless you set them to listen to each other, set up 2 channels that listen to each other, which I've done. I think that's actually how the current bot works. You can look at that if you want. I'm pretty sure that's how the current bot works, is that for listening to, for passing Discord messages to Twitch chat, it's actually just a bidirectional channel. But it's not really a bidirectional channel, it's 2 unidirectional channels going both ways. Which also felt a bit wrong, by the way. Definitely am not advocating for doing something like that. But it works. Which is, honestly, good enough for me in most... Good enough for me, but I wouldn't want to show anybody it. Or I guess show an employer it. If there's any potential employers in chat, do not look at that code. So this is, we grab this, and grab this as well. grab that, and then cannot index into. I guess that's okay. Then there's a few other places where I need to make changes. So this is update calibration. I feel like this is bad. I feel like this is bad. So we get the MFCC, and we copy the MFCC for other from the whatever this is, and then whenever we, hold on. This will need to be let, hold on. Let MFCC, shared MFCC equal self MFCC lock expect unable to lock C when in update calibration shared MFCC clone. That should be okay. And when that's cloned, I think that's the same data. Maybe that's actually something I'm also still a little confused about. I've already closed it though. Yeah, is the fact that this doesn't feel correct, right? So you create a new arc, an atomic reference counted mutex that contains a lip sync job, right? But then you clone it and then it's the same data? I suppose that's okay, because it's the same lip sync job. You just have incremented the reference count by 1. Why is it called a job? Is it not long-lived? It is absolutely not long-lived. It's very, very short. Each job is just this execute function. Each job is just the execute function. So it could potentially be like really, really short, right? So we bail out here. If the input volume is not loud enough, yeah. Oh, you know what? No errors. Look at that. I don't know. Let's hit it with a compile and see what happens. Gotta love a first time compile. I think this is okay. This actually does need to be converted to a Godot array because this is the, I think this needs to be exported for sure. I don't know what MFCC is supposed to be. What is your problem? Oh, right. So this is how I get the data out if I just want the data, I think. So this will need to be owner, a reference to the reference. Actually, isn't this incorrect? No. Results. Self results. Function takes 1 argument, but 0 arguments were. Yeah, so you can either query it directly by calling results, or you can just listen for the callback, lip sync updated. Yeah. I thought I changed this one. Job result. Oh, okay. No, there's job results, which is different from just the regular results. Good job, me. Good job. Results. All right, so schedule a job. This is something else that needs to change. So input data. I'm really distracted and I can't think. There you go. That's okay. Don't worry. I am figuring this out. Oh, yeah. There we go. Isn't that's correct? That's correct. I think that's correct, right? Since we're just cloning the stuff, yeah. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then yeah, self result is the yeah. I'm a little scared. Let's compile it. Let's just send it, dude. What am I even doing? Cargo, build. Should probably just cargo build it, huh? Actually, you know what? Let's get spicy with it. Cargo build release. Just give it a small cargo build release. Little cargo build release never hurt anybody. Who needs debug symbols? That's for nerds. Look at the speed though. Can also hear my my computer fan really crank up. Gnats. Compiling. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Here, we need to change this. So there's a few things. MFCC, that's an arc, so this needs to be... arc of a mutex of a... I guess you can't do that, huh? This just needs to be a vec new. And then hopefully it'll just figure itself out. Maybe. Wait. No, that's not how you do it. This is the type. So we do arc new of a mutex new of a... Can I do that then? Oh, neat. Then job results is also an arc data. I feel like this is wrong. I really feel like this is wrong, but it seems to be working. My spidey sense is tingling. But maybe I should just believe in myself more. All right, let's send it one more time. Cargo build release. All right, cool. Where? Lip sync RS 162 and 164. Yeah. 62, 164. Allocate buffers. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, just need to grab these again. Let's see, MFCC. And then job result. I feel like this probably, yeah, allocate buffers. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't need this, right? Since I'm never reallocating like this, I don't need this, right? As long as, yeah, because I always allocate when I create. I only need to implement dispose buffers. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. Oh. Well, let's see, lots of errors. So cannot borrow shared res as mutable. This is not declared as mutable in lip sync job 44. Okay, good. Oh, okay, now I get it, some errors. Okay, so that's shared res. This needs to be mutable. Is that legal? Okay. This one also. And then we'll do the same thing. Okay. Cannot borrow shared res as mutable. Then this one, use of moved value. Okay. So I guess it's, yeah, you know what? It's actually still, no, it's behind the mutex guard, so it shouldn't matter. Value moved here in previous iteration of the loop. What if I do... We can drop the shared MFCC. And then this one, we'll change this to just be the arc whatever. Arc Mutex of vector 64s. And then we'll unlock it when we need to use it, right? Which means that we don't need this part anymore. Right, because we always have a reference to ourself, but it needs to be mutable now. So this needs to be mutable. So we can't just keep pushing it. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Right, because this is a nested for loop. I guess we can make it work. It is a nested for loop though, which makes me a bit nervous. So change both of these to be mutable. Then we just slap this into here. Let shared MFCC. Let mutable shared MFCC equal self.mfcc locked expect unable to lock MFCC. All right, give me the deets. What do you got? Or lock, not locked. This variable does not need to be mutable. Oh, you know what? There we go. Doesn't need to be mutable. He's already done it. We just need to be able to read from it. Yeah, okay, cool. That should be fine, probably. We'll see. He's done it. He's done it. Now, let's see. This is already exposed, which means what functions do I need to keep track of? I need to keep track of init, but that should be fine. Updates, which is I guess the main entry points for all of this code. Shutdown. Oh, you know what? Shutdown also needs to be exposed. So we do need to call this whenever we start exiting, so that we can also close the thread as well. On data received. Not sure what to do with this one. Audio filter read. Might still need this one. All right, so we have result. When do we do update calibration? Request calibration. That's already exported, so that should be fine. Schedule a job. We never call that manually. All right, well, just hit it with another really quick recompile. Beautiful. Now, what we are doing is we'll go to where is it? Where is it? Give me a folder. Export. All right, beautiful. So we'll go to, what did I call this? Real-time lip sync. Now we have targets, release. We have a DLL. We'll just grab that. Go to OpenCFace GD. We'll start constructing the add-on just like right here, and we'll port it back. So this will be real-time lip sync GD. Oh baby. Slap it in there. There's your DLL. How did I do other things like this? So let's look at my profile. There's me. Hey, there's me. All right, so there's Godot Rust. Let's see, GIF getter. That's a good one. So add-ons. Okay, so I just kind of dropped it in there, huh? All right. Get dropped. So there's real-time lip sync. It's not really its own thing. It's not really like a Godot add-on that you can enable, which makes sense. I don't know why you would want to enable real-time lip syncing in the editor. Although, that could be kind of cool if you enabled real-time lip syncing in the editor, so you could do, I don't know, like you start mapping lip sync stuff just like here. I don't know. Just kind of spitballing ideas. The possibilities are endless. Create a new resource. So this needs to be a new GD native library. So this will be called real-time sync GD and lib. Yeah. So now we'll go to Windows 64. We'll grab that DLL from add-ons. Yeah, there's our DLL. Give that a save. Boom. Now, we'll create a new script. Be a native script. Inherit reference. Class name is, I don't know, lip sync. Should be fine. Is that what I called it here? Lip sync RS, and then it's exposed as lip sync. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So now we'll grab this. I don't know. We'll just slap this into the main screen, and then I think I'm going to have to. This is going to be a little tough. Okay. So const, this is, all right, hold on. Realizing a few things. One, I didn't actually give this a name. So this is real-time lip sync GD. Or let's just call it lip sync, right? Lip sync GD native script. Also noticing that my editor features are incorrect. Yeah, just give me div. Yeah. So, library, quick load. Yeah, so it's just that one. Yeah, okay. Cool. Give that a save. Then, grab this script. We'll load it in, just in the main screen. So this is lip sync. Some sort of resource, right? Preload it. And I think we'll just, kind of run it, maybe. Var lip sync. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what it's going to be, right? We can't even give it a real typing here. We'll do lip sync is equal to lip sync new, and then it should just run. Wait a minute. Does not match the variable's type reference. All right, well, congratulations. We'll just figure it out. Okay, well, let's do it like this then. Wait, no, this should be a string. Then we'll just load it in like this. Load lip sync dot new. It should be okay. I don't remember how I made this work here. So how did I make this work with the GIF getter stuff? So capture row, blah, blah. Or how did this, yeah, I mean, that's it, right? Okay, so you do just have to do like a direct load of the script path. Good to know. Ready for a hard crash? Oh, and then this also needs to be run here. So let's get ready for it. My body is ready. Process. Lip sync. Update. let's do a null check really quick as well. Or who needs null checks when we can just send it? Send it. Ooh. Oh baby, look at that. We're starting to get a lot of errors. All right, that's good. Method panicked. Check standard error for output. Lip sync RS 117. Panicked, unable to lock job and update result. Oh, okay, so we we panicked as well. Oh, and then also we leaked resources. That's good. So exit tree, lip sync, shut down. That's fine. Unable to lock job in update results. So in lip sync RS 123, it looks like everything is 123. Or did everything break earlier? No, everything is just in 123. That's good. Or no. Thread unnamed panicked at index out of bounds. The length is 0, but the index is 1 at lip sync job RS 103. Oh, good. Oh, good. So let's start debugging. He says nervously. 123. We're unable to lock it because it was poisoned. And it was poisoned because of lip sync job 103 with an index out of bounds error. So the length is 0. Okay, I think I see. So shared MFCC probably does not have a length. Yeah. Shared MFCC probably does not have a length at this point. And then where do we use MFCC otherwise? Okay, so we assign it here. So whenever we assign it, I think I need to do this. Well, actually, I have no idea what length it's expecting. I actually don't know. Where is this supposed to be assigned? MFCC. So I know that in the original C# stuff, they do a lot of pre-assignments. So MFCC, where is their MFCC? So MFCC here is pre-assigned in the primary lip sync job. MFCC is allocated here, 12. Okay. So we can just assume this is going to be of size 12. Rust, vec. Alright, vec with capacity. Just give me the macro. I forget which order it's supposed to go in. Please, sir. Yeah, fill it with zeros, and then this needs to be fill it with zeros 12 times. What is job result supposed to be? Job result, oh, pretty much everything is just filled with zeros 12 times, except for phonemes, which is 12 times whatever. Oh, they only ever use, oh my god. I was right. I was totally right. They are using lists as their main data structure. I hate that so much. That is just absolutely horrible. So I think it's guaranteed that job result will just be one thing. So I don't think I actually even need a mutex for that. Yeah, that's bizarre. That is just bizarre. Anyways, cool. Job result 0.0. Well, no, this will just need to be. Guess we'll figure it out. What is your problem? Lip sync job result. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can probably make this a lot simpler by just changing this from a vec of lip sync job result into just a lip sync job result, since they're, for whatever reason, always allocating this to 1, so you can only ever have 1. They must be putting it into a native array for some sort of, Unity burst compiler speed up. That's weird. That's weird. Anyways, get built. That should be fine. Then, just need to make sure that this is okay. Oh, you know what? It didn't do this, so I need to. Did not auto update it because I do not have it linked to the same repository because I'm lazy. So we'll go to real-time lip sync, targets, release. We'll grab the DLL, and then just replace it here. Yeah, look at that. So let's give it a try. What's going on? Ooh. Look at all the errors. Ooh, okay. So we're poisoned again, and we're also unable to join the thread. So we are leaking. That's good. What's your problem? Was this the most recent one, or is this the most recent one? This is the most recent one. So 103. Lip sync job 1. Isn't that that's the one I just changed, right? Shared MFCC. MFCC. This MFCC. When we schedule the job, when we allocate buffers, okay. Well, I think we need to do this for some very specific ones. And I think at this point as well, we can change job results to be, yeah, I think we had to make a few changes. Might as well go ahead and make a lot of changes, right? So this one, I think there are a few things that we need to reallocate. So we want to clear, and then job result, I think we need to change to, we don't need a vec, we just need to have this locked behind a mutex, and that'll be fine. What's your problem? Your problem is that you still think that you should be a vector. So that's okay. Oh no. Oh no. What's going on? All right, here. I don't think there's nothing to clear anymore, right? Or there's nothing to clear, but I think we can still reinitialize it. We'll just clear it, that's fine. And then this is where we'll reinitialize the job results. So this will be arc new. Wait, I think we should actually lock, if we're doing that, then we should just lock it, right? So we let res equal self job results lock, or just lock, and then we expect unable to lock job results when allocating. And then res is equal to what was it called? Lip sync job result. Just give me the default. Thank you very much. Nope, can't do that. Expected struct isn't there. There's like a replace, right? So this is res dot. No, what do you got? Dereferences the value. Probably not. I guess that's still probably okay, right? If we don't do anything to it, because the... Yeah, the... Gotta think. So this gives me access to, like, index and whatever, right? Like, this is a... It doesn't do anything. I suppose what I could do, the easier way of doing this is just setting everything to 0. 0 out everything, just like that. Instead of trying to reallocate. And these are F64s. That's fine. That'll work. And then job results. Okay, so this needs to change as well. So this no longer is a lip sync job result. This is just one of these, which fixes this, but then breaks a bunch of other things. But then if we just change these, I think I'm no longer even keeping the old stuff around. So let's just yeet everything. Say goodbye. Yeah, this makes more sense. And then, yeah, because we don't benefit from, I suppose, like, what they're doing in their original implementation is that they benefit from, like, packing the data together somehow. But I'm not sure if I benefit from that. Maybe I do, and I should just get better at programming forehead. I'm waiting for it to go away. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do... I'm looking at this again. I'm thinking, isn't this the same thing? Like, I don't need to reset it? Because these should be the... Oh no, because I locked it, right? Alright, well, we can set it back. That's fine. That's the easiest way to do it. Not super sure what they were doing originally then. No, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, then we need to do it again. Alright. It's fine. There we go. Okay. Seems okay to me. Then this one has a few errors. Cannot borrow res is mutable. It's not declared as mutable. Now it's mutable. That's fine. What's your problem? Unused guard that must be used. So that's disposing of the buffers. I guess that's like the same thing, right? So, like, let mutable res equal Yeah. And then we'll just do this. This feels wrong, but let's do it. Anyways, let's compile anyway. Yeah, let's compile. Looking good. Looking good. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Alright, so then we'll go back to Godot. Fire it off, see if anything breaks. Okay. So also unable to join the thread, so panicked. Are we not using the most up-to-date thing? So 104. 104. Huh. So that should still be fine. Yeah, panicked at index out of bounds. Length is 0, but the index is 1. Recon passed out during the stream. Woke up and saw a black screen in front of me. It's very scary. Were you okay? Were you able to recover from the shock? May I offer my deepest condolences during this period of intense trauma for you? Let's see. Man, I think I've only... No, I know people use pass out as like an exaggeration. But I've passed out a few times in my life. Those are not good times. And I'm not talking about like blacking out or browning out, as they say. Like I remember there was one time we were just doing some workouts. I don't know. I feel like I was trying to impress somebody, and it wasn't even a girl, which makes it kind of weird. It's like, oh, you're just trying to impress a dude by like showing how strong you are, right? Back when I actually cared more about my image. But yeah, I was hitting some squats and like went down, started to, you know, push back up, and then just like died. You know, felt my self wanting to yawn, which is, by the way, that's how I feel like that's what passing out feels like to me. Is like I have like the intense urge to yawn. So if I ever, you know, actually give in to yawning, I'm pretty much about to pass out. You know? I think like someone noticed, the person who was spotting me noticed I was starting to get kind of wobbly. Wobbled, kind of crumpled. That was a bad time. And now I know. It's one of the few times in my life that I've like legitimately passed out from exertion. So I'm wondering if does this not have enough space? Or when I dispose of the buffer, is that what's happening? Is that... okay, so I think I need to do this instead. Just listen to old music. What constitutes old music, by the way? Always gotta check. Always gotta check. What constitutes old music? Is old music music from like the early 2000s? Okay. So we want to clear it. I think oh, you know what? We can just do it. We can hit it with a resize. Resize. 12. Like Can, Queen, and Michael Jackson. Okay. I don't know what Can is, but Queen. It's very hipster of you. Proud of you. Michael Jackson. I suppose that's fair. I suppose that's fair. Before or after he was afflicted with his disease. So dispose buffers. Wait. This was never... We never call this. Oh no, we call this in update buffers. Oh. Okay. I think that's okay then. So just have this do nothing. Yeah, I'm not sure what can is though. I'm not sure what can is. I can tell you that you listen to older music than me then. But it's not really that old in the grand scheme of things, I guess. Queen, I guess, yeah, Queen is pretty old. Michael Jackson is still around like my age. Actually, when did Queen... When was Queen's heyday? I'm thinking about it. Did I ever really listen to Queen? That's weird. I don't really have any memories of that. I listened to a decent amount of Michael Jackson. And then he had that bad period when he was ousted for touching small children. Canada's German experimental rock band. A hipster, I knew it. I had a feeling. 104. Is this not taking the most recent thing? This happens sometimes. Just do that. Give that a save. Is this doing it? The most popular song is Vitamin C. I don't... Doesn't ring a bell, I'm sorry. Where's mine see is referenced in none other than JoJo. Oh, is that why you is that why you listen to them? Because they're in JoJo? Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm assuming Michael Jackson and Queen were also featured in JoJo's then. These should have been updated correctly, by the way. So in schedule job, did I do this correctly? Yeah, because we're cloning it. So it's the same smart pointer. Yeah, alright, well. You know, if you're gonna listen to anime music, at least let it be good anime music, am I right? I don't know. Let me do something a bit controversial here, and we'll just close and open the editor once. That happens sometimes. Queen, Can are mainly the ones I've gotten very much into. Nice. I think the kind of songs I listen to are not super popular among lots of people. They're popular among millennials, which is mostly like late 90s, early 2000s rock. Oh no, he's into grunge. You know, I suppose Nirvana is not late 90s. When did Kurt Cobain die? Kurt Cobain. When did he die? 94, yeah, okay. He's like early 90s. Metallica's another one I'm very into. Well, Metallica, if you like thrash metal, like pop thrash metal, Metallica's pretty good. Metallica's pretty good. They got a lot of good, a lot of bangers, especially in their earlier albums. Their later stuff I'm not too much into. The only like later song I can remember is was it Oil? Give me fuel, give me power, give me that which I desire. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. You got the early bangers, you know, Enter Sandman, everyone loves that. Pretty much the entirety of Ride the Lightning, but I can't remember any of their songs off of Ride the Lightning. I've listened to it a lot when I was working out though. I'm trying to think. So we're still getting this error, 123, which propagates up from 104, which is this part. I wonder if it's Mel Sepstrom. So Mel Sepstrom doesn't actually get extended properly. And that's the part that's giving me trouble. Oh, I don't know. Let's hit it with just a quick and dirty debug. So let me get a debug. No, let's just debug on a separate line. Mel Sepstrom. I think it's Mel Sepstrom that's giving me trouble. Ah, no. Clone. I don't care. Just give me this. Key nothing. Doesn't ring a bell. Is that another Metallica song? Am I outing myself as someone who doesn't know their entire discography? I apologize. Yeah, I don't know. I really only listened to Metallica back when I was learning how to play guitar or working out. So I can play like pretty much the majority of the popular ones. So there's one, and then you have that, one of those. Okay. Interesting. So it's the Mel Sepstrom that's breaking. So DCT doesn't actually give me back anything. That's interesting. It's an algorithm. Then there's Master of Puppets, of course. Everyone knows and loves that song. Overplayed, definitely, but it is a good song to learn, for sure. Oh, it's because the spectrum is 0. So I need to do a 0 length check at some points. Yeah, so I think I am doing this correctly. I just need to do a length check at some point. It never comes as one I love. That's pretty good, I think. That's off of... I'm trying to remember. Is that a song? Oh no, can't remember. Only the guitar riff in the middle of the song. Guitar rip. Guitar riff. It's definitely spelled with an F, not a P. But I'll let it slide. I mean, T-I love, not I only. What? T-I? You know T-I? Nice. With Mel, spectrum. .len is equal to 0. And I think we should just return. Let me see. I think this should just be the default stuff. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this part into a few places. Guitar riff. And I can't type. Let's see, I don't know. Like I tried to read around the errors for sure, but I was thinking about it, it's like guitar rip. The P and F key are not not close on the keyboard. That doesn't make it, does not compute, sorry. Try again next time. Let me see, if Mel Sepstrom len is 0, and we'll also just do this, and then we can break this out later, but I think that's what's been causing a lot of the problems. Yeah, I don't remember most of their songs. If you played a song for me, I could probably like tell you which album it was off of. That's about it though. Kind of a poser, honestly. I typing for a lot of songs, so I cannot tell you like who played them. You know, I only know how to play songs. I don't know how to listen to songs. Yeah. Good listener, but very bad with names in general. Ooh, okay, still getting a bunch of errors. So, it's the same place. Well, somewhat the same place. Okay. Interesting. Thread E unnamed RR. Hold on. Profile. Oh, okay. The length is 0, but the index is a really high number. What is that? Ooh. Profile RS 94. All right, so this is going to be very slow and painful. Just how I like my. Never mind. Index. Phoneme. You know what? I don't really know. Thread unnamed. The length at 94. Length is 0, but the index is a high number. Huh? Profile RS 94.9. Yeah. It's at index. When they're grabbing the index, they're running into a problem. Panicked at index out of bounds. Are you telling me that this didn't get caught? So this is MFCCS, yeah. And then I don't really have a good stack trace. I should actually run this with Rust backtrace equals 1 so I can get the backtrace. But I think I know what happened. So inside of... Wait, does this use a profile? I don't think this uses you know what? This might use a profile. No, it does not. Wait. So where did we go to? Ooh, update native. Oh no, it's not an update native, right? It is a 94. So profile, add MF. No, get phoneme. Get phoneme. Where's get phoneme? I feel like I've seen this before. Is this in here? No. Total distance? No. Get phoneme. Where is get phoneme? Get phoneme. Okay, so it's an update result. So I was pretty close. The index, though. Oh, you know what? It gave me the max value. So it wasn't able to compare. Anyways, good night, y'all. Oh, you know what? That's a good call. Also, I've been streaming for too long. But have a good night, Needle Mouse. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah. I think I'm also going to call it a night. Before I do that, let's do this. Work on threading and integration with Godot. So we'll push this. As always, pretty much everything I work on is available on my GitHub. I'll drop a link to that in the chat. So this is under VSS, real-time lip sync. Look at that. But yeah. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be live on Tuesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Probably working on this again, unless I'm completely swamped with work. But I'll let you know. I have a Discord there if you want to check it out. Talk to me about file bug reports, please, and all that good stuff. If you haven't given the channel a follow already, I highly encourage you to do so. Have a pretty set schedule, etc. Work on a bunch of things, like this face tracker. What else is there? There's my GitHub. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, check out this. This is available on my GitHub. The stream thing, also available on my GitHub, etc. Yeah. I will see you later. All right, goodbye.